Established in 1996, GameStop Corporation is a leading specialty retailer offering games and entertainment products through its e-commerce properties and thousands of stores. GameStop Corporation got pretty famous by Wall Street bets, an army of small investors pushing up the price of its stock in a coordinated effort to make wealthy Wall Street investors and hedge funds who had betted against the stock lose billions and get rich themselves. GameStop, a struggling retailer, thus temporarily became the world's hottest investment. Members of Wall Street Bets, a Reddit forum, which had over 1.7 million subscribers at the beginning of 2021 and over 10 million subscribers by now, many with casino mentality, were willing to risk their own money to take up the fight against professional investors who had shorted GameStop, that is to say borrowed the stock and sold it in the hope to buy back at a lower price and cash in the profit. GameStop describes itself as a family of preferred destinations for gaming, collectibles, and consumer electronics. GameStop is the only retailer of scale exclusively focused on the gaming industry and adjacent categories, and aims to become the ultimate destination for gamers. GameStop sells video games and consoles. Its sales and profits are driven through both physical stores and broad e-commerce capabilities. The company is now trying to cash in on the NFT, non-fungible token hype. An NFT is a unique digital asset stored in blockchain, a digital ledger. An NFT is a proof of ownership for in-game items or videos, for instance. If you own the NFT, you have the digital ownership of that piece of content. It is still unclear what to expect though. While an official announcement hasn't been made, the gaming giant has launched a website named nft.gamestop and is currently on the lookout for recruits. The company may be working on its own NFT marketplace, issue its own crypto token, and use that token as the digital currency of the NFT marketplace. As of the 30th of January in 2021, GameStop had a total of 4,816 stores, 3,192 in the United States, 253 in Canada, 417 in Australia, and 954 in Europe. It's time to look at GameStop's financials, so let's get down to the facts. In its fiscal year 2020, that ended on the 30th of January in 2021, GameStop recorded net sales of $5.1 billion, down 21.3% year over year. The decrease was primarily attributable to the impact of numerous COVID-19 related temporary store closures, 693 net permanent global store closures, and a decrease in comparable store sales of 9.5%. GameStop recorded a net loss of $215.3 million and a loss per share of $3.31. E-commerce sales represent approximately 29% of total net sales. Its business is seasonal, with a major portion of its sales and operating profit realized during the fourth fiscal quarter, which includes the holiday selling season. During the fiscal year 2020, GameStop generated approximately 42% of its sales during the fourth quarter. GameStop operates its business in 4 geographic segments. In the fiscal year 2020, the United States accounted for 67.1% of net sales, Canada for 5.1%, Australia accounted for 12.3%, and Europe accounted for 15.5% of net sales. As of the 10th of June in 2021, with a share price of $250, GameStop has a market cap of over $17 billion. The GME share, which was temporarily changing hands for less than $3 in April 2020, skyrocketed to $483 on the 28th of January in 2021. It all started when a user pointed out that GameStop had a massive amount of short interest. Redditors figured out that if they collectively bought a bunch of GameStop, they could force sellers to buy back higher to cut losses and exit their positions, creating what's known as a short squeeze. Every buying transaction by a short seller sends the price higher, forcing another short seller to buy. Then, in June 2021, GameStop reported its first quarter results for the quarter ended on the 1st of May 2021, beating expectations. GameStop recorded net sales of $1.28 billion, up over 25% year over year, and a net loss of just $66.8 million, compared to $165.7 million in the previous year. The loss per share was $1.01. The weighted average number of outstanding shares on a diluted basis was 66 million. Total stockholders' equity on the 1st of May 2021 was 879.5 million. Based on 66 million shares, that's equity per share of $13.33. As mentioned, first quarter results were better than expected. However, GameStop's shares dropped as the company said it plans to sell up to 5 million shares. GameStop has already raised $551 million by selling 3.5 million shares in April 2021. Investing in GameStop is extremely risky. Keep in mind that the video game retailer is facing tremendous competitive pressure from e-commerce giants and a shift to digital distribution of video games.